So right now we are get a clear picture of the whole Bushman story. So let's move on to the music. As you know, 95 you got your boss with Call the Hearse, and I know since then you've had enough more hits, and I know so you've produced some hardcore albums. So today, tell us how many studio albums then have you recorded?
Today, if I count the album, them about 11, because some of them are not really studio records. Some of them are live, like Bushman live in Paris, and we have Bushman live in Opera House, Canada. Also, yeah, you have Nyaman Chant, you have Total Commitment, you have Higher Ground, you have Sign, you have Get In Your Mind. Then you have A Better Place, which we never love how the producer dealt with that album, because that album was released 3 times. The first time with 13 tracks called A Better Place, then with 15 tracks called A Better Place, and then when it was licensed to Jetstar, them changed it and put 2 more tracks, make it 17 tracks and call it My Meditation. And for me, it's unfair to my fans but and buy the same album without the 2 extra tracks having different names. You know what I mean? And then now you have Get It In Your Mind, which was my first, it was the first album that I was putting out that was independent. I was doing my own thing. You know what I mean? Then you have Bushman, Bush Doctor.
Wow, Bushman sings the Bush Doctor. That album is crazy. Man, I lie. For all who don't know, Bushman sings the Bush Doctor is Bushman's remake of Peter Tosh's album Bush Doctor. The album is, trust me, the album is just off the hook. So, Bushman, tell us a little bit more about that project.
When you find the music is it's funny, you know, because really and truly, I think in the early part of reggae music, people are just doing music for the love of the music. But right now, a lot of people doing the music just for the financial aspect. And really and truly, for me, if you take pride in the music that you do, then you will make money. As long as you take pride in the music that you do, then you will make money. So don't watch a dollar sign before the kind. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that the music is properly designed. You know what I mean? So the people mind. You know what I mean? But some people watch a dollar sign. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, this project, Bushman Sing the Bush Doctor, terrible project, and it's so great, but it could be greater because musically and artwork wasn't properly put together. If you listen to Buckingham Palace, it's kind of different because the producer who produced Buckingham Palace, myself and that producer, we took time to put that together. Buckingham Palace is one of the splendid songs on that album.
Alright, well, I could give the people a preview of the album and the song that you're talking about off the album. This is Bushman singing Buckingham Palace, taken from his album Bushman Sings the Bush Doctor. And as he said, this album is Bushman's remake of Peter Tosh's 1978 album Bush Doctor. The thing crazy.
Whenever problems get chalice. Lend me a paper, lend me some fire. I'll make the chase with vampires. Light up your stiff acid, light up your chalice. Make we burn it in a Buckingham Palace. Lend me your paper, lend me some fire.
Bushman singing Buckingham Palace, taken from the album Bushman Sings the Bush Doctor. And trust me, King, that album, yeah man, ratings high, good production, very good idea, and even the title goes with the whole concept of the album. You know what I mean? Like when I listen to the album, I can hear Bushman. It's like I'm not hearing Bushman trying to be Peter Tosh. May I hear Bushman singing Peter Tosh's songs. So even the title where the album have, Bushman Sings the Bush Doctor. Yeah man, trust me, real good project.
Well, let me tell you this, and believe this. Over the years, because doing this interview, I'm just to take it easy, you know, and just be myself, you know. Over the years, let me tell you this, man. The amount of forces where we face, because basically Peter Tosh is so influential to me that at one time, I was the one who told from Small that he sounded like Peter Tosh, and when I meant Peter Tosh, he never even knew about Peter. Now, Lighthouse was the first song which really brought Peter into the minds of people, you know. Just shine his light out for me. He sends a light out for me. You know what I mean? For Signs album and the album there. To me, one of the things in my career is distribution and marketing strategy. One of the best experience I've had with getting my music out here is with Greensleeves, this English-based company, Greensleeves. One of the best. You know what I say? Now Signs was with PT and that album to me it was shelved. You know what I say? It stands Lighthouse and Downtown, The Love and Rain of Fall and Creatures of the Night. So when Lighthouse was released, a lot of people was asking, is this a whole Peter Tosh that has been released or whatever? So this is what forced me to do Bushman Sings the Bush Doctor, because the kind of energy that I got from my fans, I thought myself, why not do a tribute to Peter Tosh?
Yeah.
So to me, the name Bushman was ordained, you know, from day one, you know, because at first I never really liked the name. I never really liked the name of my producer talking about this Bushman. I thought it was just a pretty way to call me country boy.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was ridiculous. So at one time now, I started doing some research only to find that the Aborigines in Australia is called the Bushman. You know what I say? And the Bushman is the medicine man. So I tell myself, you know, through the music I want to project medicine of all types for the people mentally and spiritually. So this is when the word take on the flesh and start manifesting. So the whole works with Peter Tosh is like the energy, Bushman to the Bush Doctor. But people have to see the vision to bring it to reality. You know? So I just feel like the people who I was working never really brought it to a wider scope. I myself had to be buying CDs to sell on the street, on the road, on tour. I have to be buying the CDs back from VP to sell when I go on tour. Can you imagine that? I believe you're making. Right now, Muta have an extra program for IRFM named Stepping Razor. Muta never give me an interview on that program yet. And without Bushman, the Bush Doctor, the influence of Stepping Razor wouldn't be in perspective. Leave you. Put us there, you're the king and just do it thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah man, we know it go king. So, me could go through the albums. You have Naya Mancha, Total Commitment, Higher Grounds, Science, Better Place, which Jetstar re-released as My Meditation, Get It In Your Minds, and Bushman Sings the Bush Doctor. Which one would you say is your favorite album?
The album is my favorite, you know, but it's the one where really Total Commitment would be my favorite album.
Seeing. Yeah.
It's the album that was made in a red t-shirt there.
Yeah.
And songs like We the my good swab in the right about no plan.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, Lord, oh well. See ya, you ungrateful men and people. Why you can't be content? No matter how I try to please you, you just can't satisfy. When the rain falls, you still have us. And when the breeze blows, you still a cause. And when the sun comes out and keep on shining bright, you still a give Jah bad vibes. Jah can't please you, none at all. Jah can't please you, none at all. But where the hell am I go do when the rise a burn up and can't swell, can't swell? Where the hell am I go do when the rise a burn up and can't swell, can't swell? Cause Mr. Gaetan always receiving, keep on wanting more, and never take time to give thanks and praises for the little he achieved. Cause when the runnings is going right, his face is shining bright. When everything's are going bad, him hanging face and screw. But where the hell am I go do when the rise up on up and dance?
Trust me, gotta be one of the biggest tunes on the album.
Yo, that was really in an element, Virgin. I said, you know this, me not laugh. Me I sing for the producer, yet still me I sing about the producer and everything. You know, there's that energy. So then, my accomplishment, one of my greatest accomplishments within albums would be signed, because one of the things that I've always wanted to do live, all my tracks played live with live drummer being played as opposed to computer.
Live bands.
And it's one I think I wanted King Jamis to do, which he wouldn't do. So when I knew about Highly Dread, Kings of Kings, you know, I started reasoning with him. He wants to bring my vision to reality. So he was the one who really was the executive producer for the album, and I was the producer myself, and Ian Coleman, which is guitar for Ziggy Marley. You know?
Yeah.
He was like my mentor on the album. He's a great guitarist, and when I put my stuff together, if I play them wrong, he would say, no, we can't use this card is wrong. We have to play this card. So what I would do was I would play my stuff on the guitar at home, and then I bring it to him, and then go to the studio and create stuff. You know what I mean? So Downtown was created on my guitar. When I heard Downtown, I was thinking about this rhythm called Things That Come Up the Bum. I really wanted to voice the original singers on the rhythm too, but I couldn't find them at the time, so I got Mighty Diamonds to read this thing, the harmony for me on Downtown. It was great.
Seeing, so it's Mighty Diamonds you have singing the harmonies on Downtown?
Yes, man. Great singer, them, and them are one of the great harmonies out of Jamaica. I have to stick to the roots, you know what I say?
Jah have mercy on them souls. Let me hear some more. How could life be like this, when everyone should be giving thanks and praises? Oh Lord, see the farmer man love when the rain fall every day, cause him crops are grow. The sporter man love when the sun shine every day, cause him style a show. Downtown no love when rain a fall, uptown flood out. 8 million them spend on Hope Road, and the flooding no end real. The wicked man love when him gun bust loud and clear, and him shots can't done. And the policeman love when him have a extra gun, the winner innocent get shot down. Downtown no love when shot a bus, rude boys and police. Cool out the rage of violence and just keep the peace, cause when man a rage could never be as terrible like when Jah a rage. Refrain from your crooked ways. Them sit in night chair and watch the island sail out. Then Ghana World Bank on them knees and look bail out. Oh yes. the traffic lock up, same way. Hold on, how could life be like this when everyone?
Bushman says downtown, no love when rain or fall, and that's taken from his album entitled Signs. And as you heard it from the man himself, it's the great Mighty Diamonds. He has singing the harmonies. So Bushman, you said Signs was one of your greatest achievements within your albums. So what would you say so far has been one of the greatest highlights of your career?
Oh, whoa. Well, I remember going to Holland to represent the Cannabis Cup, which Peter Tosh is the president. You know what I say? You know, the marijuana.
I see it, yeah.
So it was all about all of the herb planters them coming together and doing a contest. The best herb planter would win a World Cup. And this is an animal situation, you know. And doing the project Bushman since the Bush Doctor, before the project finished, I got the chance to go there and represent for Peter Tosh himself, you know what I said, singing a herb tune and thing. So that was a great highlight, you know what I say. But for me, all of my career is highlight, you know, because everything I'm gonna do, for me, I'm a people them. So, you know what I mean? When time I step out there, I step out for my people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. But I will fight to get in our career now. You should start asking me one of my greatest regrets is when I was offered to tour with Sly Robbie and be the singer. You know what I say? I wouldn't be singing a lot of black people. I would just, they would be my backing band. But you know, Sly Robbie would go on the road and just play dub vibes.
Yeah.
They would be my backing band. One of the regrets is that being out there on the tour, because in that year I toured with my band, the Grassroots band. So at times when we were doing club shows, it was Sly and Robbie featuring Michael Rose and Bushman and the Grassroots. But when we went to the festival, the prime time that Sly and Robbie got to play, that was when I regretted, because those prime times are really prime time.
Yeah, man.
Then if Sly was backing me, then I would get Sly's fans and Bushman's fans, and then the fan base would have grown wider. So that is one of my biggest regrets.
Yeah, if you don't know the thing, you live and you learn.